When somebody asks you, what is dyslexia? Please just remember, whenever you answer, you have to answer according to a theory of what dyslexia is. There's more than one theory of what dyslexia is. Some of them are neurological, some of them are behavioural. Some of them are about learning difficulties or learning disabilities. Some of them are educational. There are all sorts of different theories. And actually, when you travel around the world, what you realise is that in the European Union, there's one definition of dyslexia. If you then go to Germany, which is a country in the European Union, the German government has another definition of dyslexia. If you then go to, for instance, Bavaria, which is a state inside Germany in the European Union, Bavaria has another definition of dyslexia. Everywhere you go, there's another definition of dyslexia. There are different definitions wherever you go. So when someone says, what is it? You have to qualify your answer by saying, well, according to the European Union, it's this. Or according to the British Dyslexia Association, it's this. Or according to the International Dyslexia Association, this is what it is. Or according to the Australian Dyslexia Association, the Canadian Dyslexia Association, etc., etc., etc. And when people argue, because you'll hear people arguing a lot, this is what dyslexia is, no, this is what dyslexia is, it's really difficult to be able to say what they mean. Because if they're arguing from, well, the British Dyslexia Association says this, no it doesn't, the British Dyslexia Association says that, that's easy enough to sort out. But if they say, well, the British Dyslexia Association says this, well, the International Dyslexia Association says that, how are you going to judge one against the other? What standards are you going to use? And what are your aims and purposes? What are your standards? What are your judgment criteria? And what's the criterion being used by the person who's asking you, what is dyslexia? It's not a simple question. It's not a simple question of, oh, phonological processing deficit. Because of course then you've got to define what you mean by deficit. And whose standards are we using for that? Well, that appears to be a neurological or even a medical standard. And I don't know that everybody agrees that that's the right way to measure things.